Hello, welcome to Statistics. This is Unit 4, Lesson 7, Anchored Putting, Part 2. Today we're going to be discussing the random assignment of treatments. Okay, go ahead and turn into your packet to Anchored Putting, Part 2. Suppose we have, so if you remember what we did at the very beginning of the lesson, I let you guys go out and putt on my putting greens, and I wanted you to design some sort of experiment. I gave you no experience, I just gave you the putters, and I gave you the equipment, and I said, okay, go ahead and try it. Now we've kind of been learning about different things that we need to put in an experiment, and we're learning how to make a better experiment. So the first thing is that you're going to want to do is it says, okay, I've got 30 students that are willing to participate. We're going to put 15 with a short and 15 with a long putter. So number one, suppose we let the student pick which putter they want to use. Now the issue with that is that all the good golfers might choose the long putter or the short putter or whatever, and the confounding variable is the golf skill. That it's not the longer putter or the shorter putter that's better, it's that all the golfers that chose the shorter putter are good golfers, and therefore it's because they already are used to that putter and they have skill that that's going to be seeming like the better putter. So instead of letting them choose, we're going to use random assignment to do this. And so you could do, of course, two different types of ways that we've talked about. You could use slips of paper, and how would you do that? So equal size slips of paper, 15 of them right long and 15 of them right short. Shuffle them, shake them up, put them in a hat, and hand one slip of paper to each student. And that's how you would do it with slips of paper. With random generator, go ahead and put numbers of rand int, which we've talked about here with rand int here, and you'd say 1, 30, and you would just enter, and you could enter again, enter, and those numbers there would represent, because ahead of time I would number the students 1 through 30, and then I would say, okay, 15 of them are going to be, the first 15 I get are going to be the short putter, and the last 15 are going to be the long putter. And so that would be another way of randomly assigning them their treatment. The purpose of random assignment number 4 is so that some of the good golfers will end up in each group, because I'm trying to get roughly equivalent groups so that I can know if the groups are the same, and then the next part of number 5, the balls are the same, the greens are the same, the distance the same. If everything is the same, the one change is the length of the putter. And if I have different results, then I can attribute my results to the length of the putter. And is to prevent confounding variables, number 1, and to reduce variability of response variables. Prevent confounding, that means so that I can say, look, it was just the length of the putter that caused the difference results, not that I had a different ball, or not that I had better golfers. That's confounding, is that I has lots of different things that could be it rather than the actual reason. So that's why we have to put everything the same except my one variable I'm measuring. Variability means lots of different results of lots of different answers. Well, you're wanting each group to get a similar result. You're not going to get exact, but you want group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 to come up with a similar conclusion. And that's how, if you keep everything the same except one thing, and it's a valid experiment, you should come up with a similar conclusion. So to do random assignment, you could do slips of paper, equal size, and mix well, or you could do random number generator. And of course, you're going to be ignoring the repeats, because each number represents a person, and that person is only allowed to be in one group. Random assignment the whole purpose is to create roughly equivalent groups, and you're going to be keeping the variables the same to prevent confounding and reduce variability of response variable. So if you look at the check for understanding of the lesson application, describes how researchers could have carried out a random assignment. They could have done slips of paper with 40 slips of paper, write A on the 20 slips and B on the 20 slips, shuffle them up, and each slip of paper represents a volunteer. Students to get A will take notes while completing online, and B will be using their laptops. Or you could do random number generator 1 through 40, and you have to ignore repeats and do the same thing that we did with the slips of paper. The purpose of random assignment in this experiment is to help avoid confounding variables by creating 2 roughly equivalent groups. That's the whole idea of random assignment, the purpose of it. One variable that the researchers kept the same for all subjects is the time in the lecture. They tried to keep it the same amount of time so that it wasn't that, oh, the shorter lectures were better notes and the longer lectures were less effective. All right, I hope that helped you, and I will see you for the next lesson. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.